Farming has become more important than ever now that Soul Shards are dropping in Adventure, so let's get into greater detail about various farmers and maps.
7K Dreamer please.
Hi guys, 7KD here and welcome back to my channel. In this new farming guide, we'll be looking at all the important farming maps and the best farmers for each of the maps. It is important that you watch all the way to the end for extra tips. If you are a new player or returning player who forgot what farming is, go check out my latest 1-minute guide which tells you exactly what you need to do to start farming right away. So moving on, I'm assuming you guys already understood what farming is and we are going to head straight in with an upgraded and revamped farming infographic. But before that, I'm going to show you guys my full adventure masteries. It includes page 4, so take note whatever videos you'll be seeing later on will also take into account all these buffs. We'll be looking at all these heroes as potential farmers. Note that Kyrielle and Kyrielle require double speed weapons for higher efficiency. World 1 and World 2 shouldn't be an issue for any hero, but please don't farm there because you need 12 keys to level up a hero from level 1 to 30 and that is too much to use. Next, we'll be looking at World 354555. Red heroes mean that there is a chance for them to be hit by statuses and cause your run to be longer than necessary. I've already listed the potential dangers of each adventure stage as well and also put the Soul Shards symbol so that you know which stages drop them. So for World 354555, these flaws are where Kyrielle and Jave shine. Kyrielle has the ability to kill 2 enemies with 1 basic attack. So in these 2 wave flaws, the first wave only has 3 enemies, so she will be able to clear the first wave with just her basic attacks, and when she enters the second wave, she should cast her skill immediately to kill all the enemies. Unawakened Jave is a preferred farmer as well because he is immune to all debuffs for 3 turns and he also has very fast animation. However, Awakened Jave loses this immunity, so he is in red. And of course we have Nia, who is an awesome farmer but with slower animations. 310, 510 are next, and though these are also 2-wave flaws, you realize Kyrielle is no longer the preferred farmer because on these stages she isn't able to kill the first wave completely as there are 5 enemies, so she still needs to cast a skill on the first wave. Unawakened Jave will be the fastest farmer in this case, while Nia will be able to protect all your fodder from dying and will be the safest farmer to consider. I'm only using a level 30 plus 5 Jave with 2 PvE weapons and 1 critical damage accessory, and I'm still able to clear this flaw, so I don't think that should be a big problem. World 410 is a special stage where you need a farmer with 2 piercing skills to clear. Nia is definitely the most recommended farmer here due to her debuff immunity and fodder protection. Palinus and Sarah are also good alternatives in 410 if they have silence resist. And though Kagura is a hero with double piercing, one of the skills only hits 3 targets, so that means she may not be able to clear the first wave efficiently. Next up are the 3-wave worlds in Asgard. For World 6, Yuri, though being the fastest farmer, has a risk of getting statuses. So unless you have some freeze resistance rings and PvE debuff resist jewels for her, otherwise it is really a gamble to use her. Generally, Nia is the safest farmer across both 6 and 7, but note that heroes like Chancellor, Mercure and Carl can all farm faster than her, though they are all subjected to statuses. Unawakened Jave and Kyrielle are dropped because they only have 2 skills and these are all 3 wave flaws. So if you want to use them, you have to wait for their skills to fully cool down. We move on to World 820, which is a very important world because it has the best gold drops. But similar to 410, you will need a double piercing farmer to clear this stage fast, and I would strongly suggest Nia as the best farmer here again. Also Palinus with silence resist and electrify resist, which are both very PvP related, is also a good alternative. World 9 is the world to farm jewels. I will talk about 9.5. Okay, 9.1 is still very doable with Kyrielle and still exists on this infographic as an alternative for players who want to farm jewels but can't do so properly in 9.5. In World 9.5, there are blue color coded heroes, which means that these heroes are unable to clear the enemies with a single skill, and they will require a random speed or lethal attack after that to clear it. In World 9, you will face Phoenix and Soy. World 9.5. The Phoenix actually revives in both waves, so you either hope for good RNG to get an extra speed or lethal attack, or you have to use 2 skills per wave, which is very time consuming, and you have to use piercing in the second wave because of Soy. Accessories can be found in World 10, where things start to get a little tougher, but at least in 10.1, you can clear it easily with Unawakened Jave and Nia. Do note that in Wave 2, you will face Yu Xun, who may increase your skill cooldown, but Unawakened Jave is able to decrease cooldown with basic attacks, so his run will be much faster than Nia. In 10.5, you will need double piercing because Yu Xun is in both waves. What is worse is that you will face a Sun Wukong in both waves as well. So this stage is definitely not going to be fast. If anything, I think Palinus is the best for this stage because of a chain attack. So technically she already has 4 skills, but Fodder Death is real. Okay, do note my skill rotation as well. I queued her Awaken skill first in the second wave in case Yu Xun's cooldown increase happens. If you do want to farm accessories, I do have a video on that for World 1010. It uses a very specialized team, so do check it out. World 11 is the home of item drops, and this world is literally insane to farm in. Already in World 11.1, you have to handle Asura's double Void Shield and Kangjae's 5-man AoE. So Awakened Jave is probably the most suitable here as both his skills have 3 hits, so you can definitely kill Asura within 1 skill. Nia is the safest farmer for this, but she doesn't have multi-hit and hence can't do the round efficiently. When it comes to 11.5, it's just impossible to be done with 1 farmer, and you possibly need a team for it. Since there are so many things to deal with, you have Xiao's cooldown increase and immunity, you have 3 Void Shields on Asura and Karma, and you have Giparan's Zombie and Stun. So there's so much to deal with. I won't be showing you a recommended run for this. World 12 is for pet drops. No immobilizing statuses in this world at all. In World 12.1, you have to deal with Sarah's 2 Void Shields and Revival. Hence those heroes on the list which are clear for 12.1 are because they have at least 1 skill that has 3 hits, which can definitely kill Sarah within 1 skill. Awakened Jave is the fastest for 12.1. In 12.5, the main issue will be requiring double piercing skills and also facing Ballista with 3 Void Shields. So I strongly suggest Palinus here for her chain attack to kill off Ballista immediately after her shields go down. Finally, we arrive at the famous World 13 with hero drops. 13.1 is pretty similar to 9.1. Hero works very well here and Jave as well. Okay. For World 13.5, I've covered this in my Fighter Soul video. I personally use Palinus with Silence and Stun Resist, but I also tested Nia, and this is the most minimal build I have on her to be able to clear 13.5 easily. And do note that I do have page 4 Masteries and level 5 guild buffs, so I will probably talk about this Nia strategy in a separate video because I think it's really worth looking at for beginners to use Nia to farm the heck out of this map. So I hope you guys along the way have picked up all the equipment, criteria and build for the heroes that I've shown you, and basically I have some final advice for farming. So number 1 will be the more keys you have at the start, the better your net gain because you will spend less rubies to buy keys. And if you guys have any doubt that whether you should even be using rubies to buy keys, I can tell you that you will actually still earn rubies even if you use rubies to buy keys. So don't worry about that option, okay? Also ensure that you have a good amount of fodder. Around 30 to 40 would be very basic, and hopefully you get more as you farm. Otherwise, get fodder from the Celestial Tower shop and Castle Rush shop. Basically, having a good amount of fodder to begin with would actually help you sustain your farming as well. And you don't want your farming to come to a stop. Remember to map hot to get a variety of fodder. So usually I will go from hot time in 13.5 to get some 3-star fodder and soul shards, and then I'll jump over to 6.10 and use boost mode for soul shards and also other fodder. And then after that, after boost mode ends, I will go to, either 4.5 or 5.5 to maintain my fodder intake, or also I go back to 13.5 during hot time for more fodder as well. So it's all about variety of fodder, it's all about sustaining your farming. Also fuse more to get more fodder, and there's a very special method which I have shown in the above Aragon Always Assist episode to get more fusion, so do check that out. It is a very short video, it's just 1 minute. So that is all I have for this crazy episode on farming, and hopefully it enlightened you in some ways. And if you felt that video was helpful, do give it a like, do subscribe to my channel and hit that bell sign for more useful guides coming your way. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video.